Okay, so it's live now. Now let me make sure it's coming live over here. Okay, there we go. It's coming. Now let me make sure it's coming. There we go. So we should be good now. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the series. This is Meet the Shop Owner with one of my favorite boo things, Dominique, and she is the owner of Plans Cos. Y'all know how I feel about her stuff. She got them stickers that's like butter, okay? Pure butter, baby. Like, I don't know where she get this paper from. I don't even want her to tell nobody either, because I need that to be solely for her and what she got going on. I need her to keep that. So I was really excited. I reached out to her and I was like, you mind doing the Meet the Shop Owner series? She was like, yeah. I'm like, well, that was easy. And we hooked it up, and now here we are. So everyone, I'd like to introduce you guys to Dominique, who is the owner of one of your favorite, if it isn't already your favorite, sticker shops, Plans Cos.
Hi, guys. It's so nice to meet you guys. And I love you too, Michelle. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. I appreciate you.
You are welcome. So if they have any questions, they'll ask them in the sidebar, and we'll get to those. Just kind of basically the series is just an opportunity for the the customers and the shop owner to kind of meet middle ways and get a chance to know each other, and just kind of love on each other in a different way, where we don't really get to interact with the shops because we're just ordering from them. And if we're sending them a note, it isn't to be like, hey girl, what's your favorite color? What you like? You know, it's more so like, where my order at? That type of thing. So just kind of want to open up the floor for people to ask you any questions and all of that. So I thought we would start with the age-old question that always starts off everything. How did you get started?
Wow, that's a good question. So I was actually working at American Express. I just had my daughter, and her daycare was running out. That was a great company to work at, by the way. They had like on-site daycare, so she was able to come to work with me for the first 6 months of her life. They had nurses and staff downstairs to take care of her, and then I would go upstairs, and when it was time to feed, someone would bring her to me, and there was a room for me to breastfeed her in, or I could pump, and then they would take her back down, or I can go down there on my lunch break. It was really good. But after 6 months, they no longer have that program on a everyday thing. It's just like a emergency care basis type thing. So I was faced with the decision to put her in daycare. Found a daycare that I really liked. It was hella expensive. And then I found out that my department was closing, so I was going to have to transfer to a new department. Long story short, I didn't stay there at that job. I decided to stay home with her. And then I was, trying to get a routine, and I started making stickers for myself and for my husband at the time, who ran a football team, my son's football team.
Okay.
So I made stickers, and then people started asking me to make stickers for them. And then the rest is history. I just started making stickers. I decided one day I was going to sell it. I already had silhouettes because like in my spare time, I would make like coaches shirts with the silhouette, like with heat transfer vinyls for my husband's team. So I already had a silhouette, and I just turned it into a business, and the rest is history.
Wow. So really it started off of your love for making your own stuff, and you kind of maybe just like saw a need for some other things.
Yes. First it started out like just personal stuff. And then when people would ask me for things, I'm sorry about my gum. Let me take it out. When people would ask me for things, it was like, okay, we don't have this in the planner community. So can you make this, or can you make this look like us? Or, and one of the things that actually popped for me was my women of color stickers, my Black girl stickers. I did a pop art collection. It was like a comic collection. It's not in the shop anymore, but that really sparked interest in my shop. And then, of course, Cardi B. That was one of the first celebrities that I had created stickers for, and that really popped as well.
Yeah, I got my Cardi. I still got Cardi on deck, actually. I'm hoarding this one, like really tough. And I know I shouldn't, but I am. I'm not afraid to say that I'm hoarding it, and I really, really should. Like, I got some of your kits here that I use during the winter time, but I am hoarding that kit. Like, I really want to show y'all that I've been holding on to it at least a year now, and I think before I even bought them, you had them out.
Yeah. I released it twice, and the first time I released it, it was a really big hit, so I redid it and released it again, and it just stuck. And that's when I decided, it's time for us to, just promote more things in the Black community when it comes to planning, because it's really easy to go on Etsy and find things that are not women of color. But when you're trying to find things, even now when I'm looking for clip art or just inspiration, it's so hard.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the motivation behind it. And we do have a lot of great shops. I've been around for 3 years, but there were definitely some shops that came before me that did, the Black girl things that are awesome. And then there has been a lot that has started after me as well. And I mean, the community has grown tremendously.
Yeah, it's been a whole thing. And I know that you and a couple other shops are definitely paving the ways for making sure that we have representation. And you're no longer on Etsy anymore, right?
No, I'm not on Etsy.
Yeah, you're just strictly Shopify. She did. So when you start growing, then you on Shopify, it's real. So when you got somebody on Shopify, it's real. So you're not on Etsy anymore. What kind of made you do the shift between Etsy to Shopify?
Well, I kind of did the jump a year before everyone else, but Etsy, they just gave me so many issues when it came to their fees, and I pride myself on keeping my prices low. The standard rate for a weekly kit that's about 6 pages I've seen is around $20. My weekly kits, my full kits are only $15. And with me having such a low price in the game, and then I use high quality material.
I was just gonna say, hold on, low price and high quality paper.
Yes. So it works, but you have to pay attention to every single dollar. And I got an accountant, and the accountant was looking at how much I was paying Etsy, and it was like, why don't you have your own website? And I said, well, I started on my own website before and it didn't work. Well, they suggested that I try again. So I did. A friend of mine at the time, she mentioned she wanted to go to Shopify. So I was like, oh yeah, you know what? My accountant was telling me that, so I'm gonna go ahead and move. And that's what I did. I moved to Shopify, took the jump, and I've never looked back. Shopify has been the best thing for my business, in my opinion. I didn't really need Etsy anymore.
That's good. That's good. I mean, one day I'll be there. Well, I can feel like I can take that plunge. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it. I just know it takes a lot of time. Like, it's gonna take some effort that I don't have to put into Etsy. And I think that's my biggest struggle right now, because I do see the fees, but then I'm like, I also like get the SEO, I get the search engine without having to market myself, that type of thing, which is why I stay on Etsy.
Right. Yeah. The first time I moved off of Etsy, I went to like a WordPress site. It was really hard to set up, and I got crickets. Like, I got no sales, and I was like, oh no, I need to go back to Etsy. And I went back, and then I rebranded myself, and I, made sure I built that audience so that the next time I went back to Shopify, it was like, I'm already bringing these customers to Etsy. Why not bring them to my own site and be able to keep the money in my pocket?
So now that you're on Shopify, have you found that you're getting like more traffic than what you were on Etsy?
Definitely more traffic. The traffic is more targeted. That's the best way to put it. So it's people who already know who I am, who already know about my shop or have heard about my shop, and they're coming. It's not just people stumbling across the website. More so, it's people who maybe seen a post on Instagram or watched a video on YouTube, and they're like, oh, let's go check her out, and then they come and see from there. Whereas Etsy, it's people that's looking for a specific type of sticker. Let's say you want a 4th of July kit, and you type in a 4th of July kit, and then mine may come up. So that's pretty much the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that search engine stuff is like really what has me honestly staying on Etsy until I feel like I'm at a good enough spot where if I guess where I can market myself. That's where I struggle at. As you can see, like I will talk about everybody else's stuff all day, every day, and boost. I'm like the best hype man in the world for everybody else's stuff, but not for my own. And so I'm trying to break free of that, but that's really like the scariest part is being over on a standalone where you literally have to generate the traffic yourself. Like that is a thing.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, you said you are a mom, and so how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids. My son just turned 10. He is going to the 5th grade next year. And then my daughter is a whole grown woman. Now she's 4, but she has the personality of like a 25-year-old, and she is going to pre-K next year as well.
Oh, wow.
And they'll be in the same school for the first time, which is I'm like, yes, no more going back and forth to different schools.
Mm-hmm.
And yes.
Wow. Wow. So how do you manage? Okay, you're a wife, you're a mom, and you are a bigger shop owner. How are you managing all that? Do you have employees? Like, what you got going on over there, girl?
Well, I definitely have help. I have 2 employees. Well, I started out with 2 employees. One of my employees is taking a break right now, so I don't know if she'll be returning. But the other one, she works for me during the day, and I work at night. My assistant also is like just my overall assistant. She babysits. She does all types of things for me. So she's not just in the shop. That's her main role. But if I need help with the kids, she also helps with the kids. My husband, he plays a major role in making sure things go smooth. So being that I have that support system, it makes it a lot easier for me to just be able to focus on the shop and not focus on the numbers so much, like making money, because he's, taking care of us.
Okay.
And then as far as my schedule, I'm up all night. Like I go to sleep at 6:00 in the morning. I work nights. That's the best time for me because I'm the most creative at night and I have no distraction. So I work nights, and before they were out of school, I would sleep during the daytime, and my assistant was here in the daytime. So I would just be up, taking little cat naps here and there. Now that they're out of school, it's been kind of hard because I'm up at 6. I go to sleep at 6, and they're up at 8:00 wanting breakfast and things like that. So we got to find a balance somewhere.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. So you're a night owl. That's what they call a night owl.
Yes, I'm not a morning person at all. I thrive at night, and I don't know. It's like it's quiet, it's peaceful. There's just darkness, and if for some reason I can work for hours through the night.
So okay, so you have in your studio. I'm looking in the back because I'm nosy. I see at least about 3 or 4 silhouettes. How many silhouettes you got here?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 silhouettes, but actually those top 2 that you see right there, we're not using those. Okay. So we're only using about 7 active silhouettes right now.
Wow. Ooh, wee child. That's the noise.
Yes.
My 2 little ones up here be like I'll be like, look, it's gonna be a minute. You got to wait.
Don't worry about my soda bottle there either too. We're doing a project with that soda bottle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. So when you guys started, how long do you think it took you to kind of come up with your concepts and what you wanted to do?
Honestly, I think because the planning community changes so much, it's actually evolving. So one day I like this and this is what I'm going with, and the next day I want to change this. So I don't really say I stick with anything for too long. I'm always changing, and it's probably a big change to me, and the customers may not even notice it, but my creative sides, the wheels are always turning, and I don't feel like I have a set style or anything. I just have a standard that I go by, which means I want to keep the prices low and keep the quality high, and just make sure I deliver the best that I can to my customers. Of course, I fall short. Sometimes we all fall short, but for the most part, I make sure I'm giving high quality products and keeping the prices as low as I can.
That's awesome. Now, are you a drawer? Do you draw your own, or like how do you do all of that stuff?
I don't personally draw the finished products that you see. I draw or put together a mood board or a rough draft of what I see in my head. And then I talk to my illustrator. I have 2 illustrators at the moment.
Okay.
And I let them know what I'm interested in, what I'm going for, what color schemes we're working with. And then they come and they submit a design to me. Sometimes they do line art, or sometimes they just throw it all, just put it all together, depending on how busy we are. And then the final product, either I'll resubmit it to them and tell them to make certain edits, or I'll edit it myself, because I can do very minimum basic stuff in Photoshop. So a lot of the times I can kind of maneuver some things myself.
Okay. That's pretty cool though. Like finding an illustrator that you actually like and want to use and like can continuously use. That's really big. I don't think people understand like the process of, having an illustrator, because literally if we aren't drawing ourselves, we're waiting on someone else to do everything. And if that doesn't go the way you want it, then you have to pull back and wait for it to get to where you want it, right?
Right, absolutely. And my illustrators for my dolls or my characters, I've been working with them for over a year now. One of them I've been working with for probably about 2 years now, and they work great. We are a great team. But since I started my subscription box, I've been using illustrators to design like clip art and digital papers. And that I haven't found the perfect illustrator for that reason that you said, because you'll get an illustrator to work on that and things don't come out the way you envision, and it takes time. And with something that's as big as a subscription box, you don't have time to play games. So I've been kind of testing out a bunch of artists for that, and it is hard. It's thousands of dollars down the drain, because you're paying for stuff and you don't know what it's going to look like until you get it.
Exactly. Ooh, that's the piece. I think that's so important that customers understand. Like we envision, we have this all in my head. Like I've had dreams of how I wanted stuff to look, and I've got it back and been like, no, you can keep it. Like, and keep your money. I don't even want to talk again. Like, I don't even want to even have a conversation with you anymore, because you definitely didn't do what I wanted you to do. And I just don't have the time to keep explaining it. Absolutely. So when you're looking for an illustrator, what are you looking for?
I like creative style. My main thing that is like a deal breaker for me, like I won't even talk to you if you can't get a Black woman correctly. If you don't know her curves, her facial features, her skin color, because them skin colors be ashy sometimes. They don't really get them right. So if you can't get the tone right, then that's a deal breaker for me. And then just someone that can be creative, someone that can, you have to be able to like read my mind. And as crazy as it sounds, but if I can only tell you what's in my head, and you have to be able to vibe with me and understand, what I'm looking for.
Yeah. And that's important, is finding that. And I'm asking because there may be some people out here who illustrate in the audience. And so, if they're able to help, definitely, I think we don't, I don't know if everybody knows how the process works, or that there is a thing called being an illustrator, that there's something that, people are looking for that they may have the ability to do. They just don't know that there's a field for it in our community. So I thought that would be kind of cool if you kind of talked about that a little bit, because again, the process is not this like big thing that everybody shares all the time. It's kind of like something we do on our own, and then all they see is a finished product.
Yeah, definitely. It's a part of our community, and it's something that's a big need in our community that we don't, it's not something like, okay, we have 1,000 shops already, but there's very few illustrators compared to shop owners.
Yes, that is a really big thing. I think that's why people see they see the same like artwork and stuff often. And I've had people ask before, like, how did they got that? And then they have this. It's like, well, we're using one artist, you know, and it's up to us to try to figure out how to maneuver it and make it into something else. But we're all using the artwork that they put out, and that's what we have to use if we can't draw.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our shop talk. Let's talk. We're gonna talk some more shop talk, but I really like to get into just a little bit of the behind the scenes type stuff. So, what is your let's ask about we'll start with the good stuff. So, what would you say has been your biggest success in being a shop owner?
My biggest success, I would have to say at some point last year, my husband decided to quit his job just out of the blue. And he's always been, even though I've worked, he's always been like the breadwinner in our family, the provider. He's always taking care of us. But he just quit his job. He was in a stressful situation and he had to quit his job for his own mental health.
Mm-hmm.
He quit. And one day he came home and he was like, "Oh, I quit. I couldn't take it." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah." So the fact that I was able to take care of my family with, I won't say with ease, because there's definitely difficulties with the pressures of having to make that money. But the fact that I was able to take care of my family, and we got grown people bills over here. It's real. It's real bills. I have. I live in Atlanta now, but I used to live in Florida, so I have a property over there. He has another house over there as well, and then I was able to still take care of my employees and make payroll and take care of my kids and feed them every time and take care of all of their needs. It was like, you're really doing it. You know, you're here and this is a real business. And at that point, I decided that, you know, not that I wasn't taking it serious, but I was definitely going to make some changes to more legitimize what I was actually doing and make this something in the future that I can pass down to my kids.
That's awesome. Ooh.
Thank you.
Girl, that touched my soul. Because I know, I mean, it's me by my, you know, it's me. But to hear, you know, someone with a partner and you have to take that abnormal role in your relationship where you previously were this way and now you have to go to the front and to not miss beats. You know, we may have skipped a beat, but not missed it. You know, that's really, really big.
Yes.
Especially what they say, off from some stickers.
And I think it's really, honestly, I don't think it's 100% about the stickers. I think it's the shop. It's just a lot of the women in our community, they want to see us win. They want to see Black women do well, and they support. I mean, I have a lot of customers that just buy every single time I put out things because they just want to see me win. If I'm not putting out, they checking on me like, "Girl, where you been? Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" And, you know, they want to see us win. They like the stickers. We all like stickers, but they just really support. And that's, I attribute that success to myself, but I also just thank all of my customers who continuously support and they keep me in the position that I'm in today. It's truly humbling. It's really, I know it's cliche, but it's really humbling to be like, you know, I can buy this for my daughter because she needs it and I don't have to go and clock into somebody else's clock to do it.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. And I don't know if all of us, I mean, most shop owners, everybody has their own story, you know, it's a different reason behind it. But I mean, a lot of us are taking care of our families with this, you know, side hustle. And it's more than just stickers. It's a whole thing. Like you said, you want to be able to leave something for your kids when you're done. So you're not limiting yourself at stickers. This is where you're at right now, but you're creating a foundation of something to pass along to your children. And that's generational wealth, whether it be something that like is over $1 million or just something that sustains itself and provides the family extra income. Like, that's amazing to me.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, okay, let's share. Now go ahead. Let's talk about some of our woes. Let's talk about what's been your hardest thing dealing with as a shop owner.
The hardest part is equipment issues, I would say. Because technology don't work. It just be like, "Baby boy, I'm tired. I'm not working for you today." Like, It just someday, and it's always when you're like really need it to work and you're like, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna pull an all-nighter, stuff just won't work. It's either the printers, the silhouette, the computer, whatever. It just won't work. And it's really nothing that's in your power to control it. It just it is what it is. So I would say that's like the biggest setback for me personally. But upside to that is when you're dealing with so many things at once, you know, trying to run a shop. I know a lot of people, maybe yourself, you know, run your shop solely by yourself. So it's hard to do designing the stickers, talking to manufacturers and illustrators and customers, marketing for your business, and then trying to produce the product and having all these issues. And this is just for the shop. We're not even talking about when your kid's bad at school and you got to meet the teacher, or your husband wants dinner or whatever. There's a lot of things that's going on in life, and then you got this silhouette that's not working. So it's difficult. But for me, what my solution to that was getting somebody else, bringing someone else in to take that stress off of me. And that has definitely alleviated a lot of my like throwing things at the wall and breaking stuff. Just having her here to cut these stickers, print these stickers, is made things a lot easier for me.
Yeah. Oof. Because it's been so many times. I ain't got but two, so I can only imagine running 8, 9 machines, and then 2 of them get to acting funny, baby. They'll all be in the trash. I be like, get y'all.
And you know, I tell her now, like, if one doesn't work, don't stress it. Just turn it off and use whatever. And I know last year around Go Wild time, we were cutting swag, and we were down to 3 machines because they just wasn't working. And I don't feel like stopping the whole production is smart when something is not working. If you can still keep going, just turn off that machine and keep going. And that's how we run. But we were down to 3 machines cutting stickers for Go Wild. And y'all know Go Wild is a big event. So it was stressful.
Wow. Girl. My nerves will be shot.
Yes.
Shots, honey. So when do you what does a day in the life of Golden Plans Co look like? Like, just walk us through how you start your day.
Okay, so my day starts at my alarm goes off at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now I do go to sleep sometimes at 6, but 9 o'clock is when my alarm goes off. At 9 o'clock, I usually just make sure my kids eat, I feed myself, and then I'm just checking emails at that time. And I do what's called prep. Prep is printing orders. I print the invoice, and I print stickers sometimes. Sometimes it just depends on the load of work. I'll have my assistant print stickers, or I may print. But I do prep work for her. So when she come in, she knows exactly what she needs to do. And she hops on that at 12 o'clock. That's when she comes in and she takes over, and I can go to my room to sleep or whatever else I need to do for the day. Sometimes I try to get the gym, but you know, I've been trying to pull in that self-care.
Yeah.
And then around 6 o'clock is when I package all the orders. So whatever she's cut and printed for the day, I go ahead and package them up, print shipping labels, and either I take them to the post office, but as of lately, I've been allowing them to come and pick them up because I have a little conversation with my post office. That's another thing. Post office can get you in a lot of trouble.
Talk about it. Tell them.
You just have to talk to your postmaster and let them understand what you're doing and how you operate. And they've gave me some great tips. And I think since we started working, you know, it's still a little bit slow, but it's definitely, I don't have nearly as many missing packages or late or unscanned packages. After speaking with them, they told me, you know, solutions for my area, and I work with them. So they come and pick up the packages for me now. And then at 6 o'clock is like family time. So cook dinner, do the kids' homework or study time. Even though they're on summer break, they just started last Thursday. I bought school books for them for the summer, so they still do their little study time, eat dinner. And then at 9 o'clock, it's every man for themselves. That's when I really get to work, and I'm up and I'm working. I'm designing stuff. I'm talking to our manufacturers, because manufacturers are usually out of the U.S. I do have some U.S. manufacturers, but most of my manufacturers are out of the U.S. So they're time zone is at midnight when I'm up. So I'm talking to them. I work with my illustrators, and then at some point I fall asleep and the next day starts again.
Wow. Wow. I love the fact that you have a schedule. I was really trying to and I really want to make sure I incorporate that with my son because he'll be in kindergarten this year. So I really want to make sure that at least the first 3 or 4 hours when he gets home is all about me and him, and then trying to figure out what to do, like how I can make this look for myself. And I found like getting up earlier has been more beneficial to me than staying up late, because I am a type of person, once I start something, I've got to finish it. And
Right.
so I found myself staying up from like maybe start working at 8 o'clock. Oh, I just have these couple more orders. I'll just get to those. And before I know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I have to be up and at them by 6. So I'm not getting everything done. Like I just was not getting enough sleep in my life. So I really am trying to like incorporate that like pause time of just making sure I stop, deal with my family, and then go back into it, so that they know that they are just as important, you know, as what's going on over here in this little area.
Yeah, it's definitely something you have to practice. Honestly, I've gone through many a days where I didn't always put them first, and that's why I had to realize, like, you know, your family is important and they have to come first. But I was like, you know, so afraid of people getting upset because their order is late, and it is just stickers, and my family's important. And honestly, just keeping it real, I realized that in February, I don't know if you guys remember, but my daughter got really sick.
Yes.
And I felt the worst guilt ever, because the whole time she was sick, I was still working in the beginning, because she had a stomach virus. And as a mom, you know, you're used to your kids getting sick, and, you know, they're around kids at school. It's a stomach virus, but I still have to work. So I'm working, and not realizing that she's not getting any better. Well, I knew she wasn't getting any better, but I didn't realize that it was as bad as it was until she passed out, until she was unresponsive for 19 minutes. And it was crazy. And at that point, I just decided that nothing else ever is going to come before her, not before my family. Like, I don't care what it is, I'm always going to stop. And it's not to say that I was neglecting them, but, you know, I was still like, okay, she'll be fine on Monday, so I can send her to school. I was just ready for her to get better, instead of taking the time to nurture her and be a mom. And that really, just being realistic, being honest, that really like touched my soul. Like, dang, I have to change, and I have to make sure that I put this time in for them and pay attention to their needs and myself, and take care of myself.
Yeah. I think I had a moment with my son. He actually told my grandma, and he was like, my mommy doesn't kiss me goodnight. And I was like, I do kiss him goodnight, but by the time I come in there, we put on a little TV. You know, he has like a certain amount of time he can watch TV before he goes to bed. So by the time I come in there and turn the TV off, he's already asleep. So I'm giving him kisses and stuff, but he didn't even realize that I was coming in there and taking the time to give him kisses, because I didn't do it as far as like tucking him in every single night. Now we had our nights where like we would just sit there and lay, and that was fine. But like actually going in and putting him to bed, something so small that my parents did with me, but I didn't think that he even cared about, like he actually did. I was in here worried about everything going on here that I couldn't take 5 minutes to tuck my son in, you know, and it took that moment. I was like, yo, I got to do something different, because I don't want him to ever feel like he's not important enough for a good night kiss. Exactly. You know, for him to say that to someone, I was like, and he never said anything to me. Right. He never said anything. It's always, mommy, I'm fine. Like, you need anything, bub? Nope, I'm good, mom. It's okay. Keep working. He's very supportive. Like, he knows mommy has to make videos. He knows mommy has to do this and that. But just as much as he knows that I have to do things, I didn't realize that he needed a little bit more, because he's so self-sufficient. He's independent and things like that. So I didn't even think that he needed more. So that realization is something I think a lot of shop owners come to at different points in times of figuring out that balance that needs to happen to keep your sanity, not just as being a shop owner, but as being a mom and a wife. You know, it's so many different levels to this.
Exactly. Honestly, that's exactly what I'm saying, because, you may think that the kids are fine, because my daughter, she's usually sitting right next to me in the office while I'm working. You may think that they're fine, but they have all of this internal. I think my camera went off. Did it come off?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
You may think that they're fine, but then they have these internal feelings. So now, I don't know if maybe anybody even noticed, but a lot of people have messaged me, "Where you at, girl? Why haven't you put out any new releases? Or why haven't you done this?" Because I'm spending time with my kids. Honestly, I'm doing things for myself, and it's still busy because I'm still getting orders, but the new stuff and the designing and all of that time was taken away from me being here. So I just had to regroup and find a better system so that I can balance. I've been interviewing people so I can find somebody to help me design. Okay. So that'll take a lot off of my plate. And then, just making sure I'm here for them is the biggest thing that I'm trying to achieve this year.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think a lot of times we think, oh, well, we know what we're doing for their future, but what about the now? Like that being present in the moment is a big, big thing that we can lose unintentionally.
Right.
Yeah. So as far as like your shop goes, what are your plans for your shop as you keep growing?
Well, one of my biggest things that I wanted to do was the subscription box. I've started the subscription box, and it's been a struggle. I'm not even gonna lie.
Where the struggle at, girl? Because this box is lit.
It's one of those things where it's things that are beyond your control, because a lot of the times I'm seeing things on pictures. I'm not actually seeing them in hand until they come to my house, which is usually a week or two before they are mailed out to you guys. So it's trying to correlate all of these things together to make the box unique, to make it worthwhile, and to please 150 people, almost 200 people this month, and that I have subscribed to the box. So it's hard, but I'm not gonna give up. It's bi-monthly now, but I want to put in a B box eventually, so that it can either you can sign up for both if you want to do monthly, or you can hop on the B screen if you are not able to. So many people can't get the box, and then they're messaging me like, "Oh, I wanted it," but I only can do a limited amount. So I wanted to, that's the next step, is to do another box for the months that the other by month. You get what I'm saying? Am I saying it right? Okay. I want to incorporate one product into the shop, like some of the items that you see in the box. I want to be able to put those like enamel pins and pouches into my regular shop.
Okay.
And I'm working on a new product. I don't want to say what it is right now, but I've been working on it for a while now. So that's something I want to start to offer in the next few weeks, or I'm going to say a few months, because I still haven't gotten perfect samples yet. So,
okay.
Just continuing to offer what the planner community wants to see, and things that kind of connect with who I am as a person.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome. So I'm as I'm getting ready to ask a couple more questions, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Dominique while she's here, go ahead and put them in the comment section so I can start looking at those. And like I said, I have a couple more questions, and we have a surprise at the end, so you don't want to miss it, because if you do, you're gonna be sorry. Okay. And I ain't sorry. So I wanted to know, what is your favorite planner item? Wait, hold on. Before I ask that, what kind of planner girl are you?
I am the kind of planner girl that tries everything and uses nothing. I stick with nothing. I
try Plannerable.
I prefer inserts. Right now I'm using this crocodile A5 and I have so much crafting inserts in there.
Okay.
And I prefer this for my shop because it I'm trying to find a page that I can show. I prefer this for my shop because it allows me, like the binding allows me to like add in certain things with the rings.
Okay.
I love the look of kits and layouts and memory keeping, so I use that into my family planner, which is really just it's really just my test planner. So basically when I design a new kit, I test, lay it out in here, and once it looks good, then I take pictures of it and everything, and then I put it in the shop, but then I go back and fill it out, and that's why I keep up with my kids' schedule and things like that.
Oh.
But I like all different types of planner. I think I've tried Happy Planner, Erin Condren, Ring Planner, Inserts, TNs. I like all of the majority of the planners that's out now. I'm really into the mini Happy Planner and the pocket size planners now too.
Okay.
The only thing I would say that I don't like, but I'm forced to jump on the bandwagon, you probably can guess, is the
Hobonichi.
Hobonichi. I'm not really into it. My best friend, she uses the Hobonichi, and she's been mentioning that we need kits. A lot of people have been wanting kits for the Hobonichi, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy one and start making kits for the Hobonichi, but it's not really my thing.
Yes, I'm here for it. It wasn't my thing either. And it honestly doesn't have to be my thing. This is just one of them things I actually just like doing. Like, I just love how small it is and how cute and little it is, and how it forces me to not overly write things, because I can do that, or to overly plan. And it makes me just be kind of like regular out here. But yes, we need some. Just gotta put that in the atmosphere whenever you're ready.
Yes. I've started working on a little mock-up. I got some measurements from a friend, and as soon as I get mine in here, you might start seeing those come to the shops. But I also do like little mini kits, and I really like those mini kits. I love those.
I do too. Right now I'm using printables from the Planner Shack, because she makes them like the regular kits is just in a smaller version for the Hobonichi, and that's something I've like really become accustomed to and love. But yeah, like I'm here for it. So are you white space or no white space?
In my business planner, I like to see white space because it does something to me. It makes me feel like I'm not gonna be killing it all day and stressed out. But in my family planner, I'm no white space. I want it to be filled, and it doesn't necessarily have to be filled with things to do the entire day, but I am trying to incorporate routines for not only myself but for the kids. So there's cleaning routines, there's morning routines, afternoon routines. They got a whole summer routine, so I kind of just relist the routines all the time to make sure we're hitting all of our checkpoints.
Okay. So you do that in your different planners. Okay, so what has been your most favorite planner, the planner that you just keep going back to no matter what?
The Erin Condren. That's been my favorite planner for just general use, not for business use, but for general everyday use. I'll show you guys if I have one, because this is a newer one. But okay, so this spread, my birthday is Sunday, so this is like a birthday spread that I did.
Happy pre-birthday.
Thank you. So I just like this, and this is another spread. This is the Chanel kit.
Why am I hoarding that kit still? I promise I will use. I've got to do better, because you be coming out with some fire, and I'd be like, oh, okay.
Well, this is what I do, because I hoard stuff too. So whenever I get stickers and I like it, I put them down around the time that I think I'm going to use it. And even if I don't fill it out right now, see, like this I put down Valentine's Day, and it's not filled out. I don't use this Erin Condren like according to the days. But whenever I, see a spread that I like, then I go in and I fill out the days. And it's backwards. I know it's really backwards, but it works for me. This is just the way I plan, because I don't really need a consistent, like, dated planner for this particular planner. For my business planner, yeah, but for this one, since I'm home, It doesn't have to go in order. And if I need to skip a week because of whatever, then I can skip a week and it works.
Okay. Okay, I get that. That's pretty cool. So you have a family planner, you have a business planner.
And then I have two other planners. I have my pocket. I'm not sure where it's at. It's probably in the car. My pocket, it looks exactly like this, but it's a pocket rings. It's smaller.
Okay.
And it's basically a wallet. I only put the calendars in there so that I can mark days like doctor's appointments and things like that, or I can see stuff on the go. Groceries, my husband's schedule, things like that, like on the go type things.
Okay.
And then I have the mini happy planner, that's a really fun planner. I wish I had it so I could show you guys. That planner just has a whole bunch of things that just make me happy. So I track like my nail designs. So when I'm looking for inspiration, I can look at pictures in there. I track.
Wait a minute, I need to see this, honey. I need that. I need to see how you track it because I struggle with like remembering. I'll put it on my Pinterest board, but then I pin so many things that it just gets jumbled and then I forget.
I have to get it. But it's basically if I take the pictures off Pinterest or Instagram, screenshot it, print it out, put it in my planner, and whenever it's time for a nail appointment, I can easily just look in and see what I want, see what colors. I track TV shows. I track fitness, just all types of things. It's not really a planner to say for dates and stuff. It's more so like a catch-all for like just ideas and inspiration. And it's really fun to keep up with. And I use it to write down like date night ideas, meal planning ideas, all types of things.
Cool. So how come you don't have a YouTube channel?
I do, but I don't use it. That has been a big goal of mine to start YouTube. I'm afraid of the camera. So I was just in my feelings that day and I said yes to being on YouTube because I'm at this place where I'm like, I have to stop being afraid of things. If you really know me, you know I don't like to drive. I hate driving, especially on a highway. But lately, I've just been on the road. I've been going. My friends say, let's take a road trip. I'm going. I'm trying to because I just feel like life is so short. And if I say no to things because I'm afraid, I'm going to miss out on so much. And so when you ask me about doing YouTube, my initial thought is, oh, I'm so scared of being live or being on camera. People judge. And of course, my two fingers will break today. Well, one broke yesterday and one broke today. And I'm like, oh, my nails are broken. I couldn't get to a nail salon to get it fixed. People gonna judge me. But then my husband, he really told me today, he was like, stop worrying about what other people think. Just do what makes you happy. Talking about your business is something you like doing. I'm tired of hearing it. Talk to people who care. So these people care. They want to hear about it. So go talk to them and don't be scared. And, that's just kind of where I'm at now, just not being scared. But I have a YouTube channel and I want to start posting it. So Michelle, you're gonna help me get these.
I am. We finna get there because we need to make sure that you get your products out there and get, I love when, and I didn't realize how much this even means to people, but they love when a shop shows their stuff. How they're using it and what ways that they can use it, what it was designed for, like all of that stuff. Yeah.
I said at the top of the year, my video was going to be an office tour. I have a really nice office. I don't want to show you guys right now because it's kind of junky. But after kit week, when the box goes out and it's cleaned up, I'm going to try to film an office tour so that you guys can see. And then that's what I keep seeing is going to be my first video to kind of get me some viewers. And then I can go from there with some continuous content.
Well, Megan's plans just said you look great on camera, so do it.
Oh, thank you. I was looking at you guys, but then my computer went dead, but I can't see the comments. But thank you so much, Megan.
Yes, everyone's like, just do it. Like, get over it. Just do it. Whatever you have. Like, as I look at us and I'm like, there's bigger, like Scribble Plans Cos, she gets on there and does all that stuff. But ultimately, like, just being real, like for real, be real. That's another source of income.
Right. Yeah. And, I love Scribble Plans Cos. She was probably one of the first shops that I found. I think her and Glam Planner, were like the first shops that I found, and I just fell in love with her. And last year we got to collab together. So that was awesome. She's like probably one of the top shops, and she wanted to work with little old me. So that was amazing. And she's really sweet. She's a nice girl.
Yeah. All right. So we had a question over here. Look, Shay said, Shay Budget said that you could pay her to run your channel.
I need some mentorship, some guidance. I definitely will be hitting y'all up because I don't know, like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to like make my content interesting. So that's where I'm at.
We got you, girl. No worries. No worries. All I ask is that you I just need one more in my bag because I didn't actually. Okay. I don't want to tell you my little cute bag. I didn't put it up. Like with my good purses. This last little bag you had in the subscription thing. Oh. Yeah, I put it up with the good purses. And so I really need to carry it though.
Well, you know, you're subscribed to the box, and there's another box that's coming out the first week of June. And it might be a second one in there. I'm not sure 100%, but a little birdie told me that it was another bag in there. So
okay, I might can pull it out. No, I'm not gonna pull it out until I actually get something and I see, because sometimes birdies don't always come true. So I'm just saying.
This birdie, she got the good tea though, so she might come true. She gonna come true. Yeah, she be coming through with the good tea.
So one of the questions was, do you see yourself making stickers for military people, like stickers of women of color in military uniforms?
I definitely can. I have nothing that's stopping me for it. I just have to see a need. So I want to put together like a request box so people can submit their submissions on what they want to see. And we can kind of vote on it in my Facebook group to kind of start bringing exactly what the people want to the shop. So it's not just what I feel, it's what you guys want to see from me as well. So that's definitely something we can do.
Yeah, because I don't see a lot of military stickers. I think I've had people ask that before about military drawings and stuff like that. So
I gotcha. I'm gonna write that down actually.
Yeah, that's a real good that's a text your illustrator today. Hey, I need some military people out here in these streets. I can see that. Oh, girl, yes, I'm here for it on that good paper. I'm not even in the military. I'm finna buy me one. Let me know when they come out. I told you the other day, I was like, look, I've been doing real good at not spending money on planner stuff, minding my own business. And here you come with this new stuff. And I was like, girl,
I gave y'all a long break. I wasn't putting out stuff for a minute, but I'm back and I'm coming back, and it's gonna be consistent, and it might be some military stuff in there, and it's gonna be some good stuff though. I got some really nice stuff coming.
So one of the other questions, let's see, what beginner planner do you recommend for working moms trying to budget and organize? Is that for me or is that for we're gonna let it be for you? That's gonna be for you. So what planner would you recommend for a beginner?
I think the Happy Planner is a good place to start because there's so many different options and it's customized. And if you are a mom, they have like the mom brand or line of it so that it's tailored towards a mom. And they have all of these like extension packets and things, different sizes. So I think starting with the Happy Planner would probably be the best bet for you to go.
Yeah.
And if you want something even less like scarier than that, then I would say just pick up a dollar store cheap planner from Walmart or the dollar store just to get started and see how you like it. Try that layout and see what works for you, because most of those, I believe, they come in like horizontal, and you might find that that's not the type that you want. So you only have to spend a couple of dollars to realize that.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I usually say to try something like in a Happy Planner vicinity, something you can go pick up and tangibly, feel and see how you like it before you go to the big dogs like Erin Condren and all of those ones that you have to like order the stuff and you don't even know what it looks like first, and you get it and there's no returning it. So yeah, I definitely say try out a happy planner. If you were in school, we always had horizontal planners in school. So if you didn't like that in school, it's literally, you're probably not going to like it as an adult. So just start with the form that you like, and you can literally go to Michael's and go test the planners out. And they even have the recollections side of it where you can look at one that looks very similar to the Erin Condren planner and see. Now they're not the same because the paper quality is different, but it definitely gives you a feel of what you like. And then if you want to, you can move up into something a little bit more sturdy or whatever. But as always, like, ain't nothing wrong with the little planners from the dollar store, and you make it your own. There's nothing wrong with getting a notebook and using it. That's what the Bujo stuff is going on now, where people are just literally taking blank pieces of paper and making it their own. And it works. And I've actually found people be more successful with that style of not feeling cramped, or even like when a week passes and they're unable to do it. Well, it's my own design. So if I skip a week, it doesn't matter. I'll just write in the next one and keep going. So that's definitely kind of where I would be at with that. Let's see. Okay. This is a really good one. So Shay asked, would you ever return to work outside of the home?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't think I will make a good employee, to be honest. I've worked for myself for so long. I don't think that I would be a good employee. I won't say no, but it will have to be the right job. If Golden Plans Code don't go as planned and it's not something long term, which is a possibility because we don't know how long the sticker trends is going to last. But I also have other things that I do outside of Golden Plans Code to produce funds. So I don't see working outside of the home like a traditional 9-to-5 job. But I'm not 100% against it as long as it's something that I truly enjoy, that I'm going to be happy with. One thing I just don't want to do is wake up every day going to a job that I hate or that I'm miserable at.
Mm-hmm.
If that's where you're at and that's something you have to do, then do it to get you to a place to where you can work somewhere where you're happy. But don't stay or continue to be in a situation where you're not happy, because life is short and you have to enjoy it. You got to pay your bills too, so you got to work. But
yes,
I want to be happy. So
absolutely, I think that is, man, that's important to me. I love my job, like my real job right now. I really, really love my real job. I don't see myself wanting to leave. I think I have these conversations with Shay all the time, but I really don't see myself actually wanting to leave because it's not at a point where it was as stressful as my previous position, where I literally was like, if I don't get out of here, I'm finna go and like apply for Section 8 and just live my life like this. And I was ready to give it up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the extent of where the position had took me to. I was ready to just let everything go. Like, y'all can have this car, y'all can have all of this, because I got to get out of this job. And I wasn't at a place financially where I could say, I'm leaving this job and I'll be fine for a couple of months. No, it was like, I can't leave this job until I have something else. So I definitely understand that. Like, you have to be happy and be smart and responsible at the same time.
Yeah, I've worked my fair share of jobs that I've hated. I've worked most of my career before stickers. I've owned a lot of businesses. I started out doing business since I was in like high school. I used to sell candy, but
okay, candy lady,
candy seller. I had little kids, like the freshmen, my brother and my best friend at the time, her sister, and just the little kids would sell the candy, and they would bring the money back to me. I shoot them a little something.
So I'm finna call you the pusher, right? Definitely the distro.
I went from that to starting a boutique when I was like 19 years old. It was a jewelry boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And I promoted a lot of my jewelry through YouTubers. I would send it to YouTube influencers and they would share it and wear it, and I get a bunch of sales from that. I had a clothing boutique. And then I started with the t-shirts, and then I went to this. This has been the longest, well, I wouldn't say longest, but the most successful business that I've had. I actually do, like you said, Section 8. I have properties that I rent out two Section 8. Well, I have one and my husband has one. We have one together, and then my husband has one separate by himself that we do rent out to Section 8. So yeah, whatever it takes to make money without having to punch a clock is kind of where I want to be, just so that I can be home for the kids. I also did dispatching too, like 911 call taking. That was the last job that I held.
Oh, okay. Wow, girl, you what they call a jack of all trades, honey.
Yes. I've done a lot, and that's why I'm at a place where I just want to be happy with whatever I'm doing. I don't want to be waking up like, dang, I have to go to work. Now, some days, even though I do stickers and I love doing stickers, some days I'm like, oh my God, I got 25 customer service messages. What happened? What's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm panicking, like scared to open the emails, but then it'll just be like, girl, you see this person, they using your same clip art. It'd be like 20 people, because they really do cape for me. If they see somebody that has put something out similar to mine, they like coming to tell me so I can catch tea. And usually when I have like a lot of customer service, that's where it's coming from. But sometimes you have like those little nerve-wracking moments through the business where you're just stressed out, and that's inevitable. But ultimately, this is like a dream come true, to be able to work for myself, make money, and be home is great.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I'm just in awe, like, just to know that you're a businesswoman, like you a whole businesswoman over there. You really got this thing going. Like, I'm here for it. So before we get off of here, you have some awesome things that you have coming out. Do you want to share anything to let them know where you're going to be, where they can find you? Anything you want to share with us about what's upcoming?
Sure. Definitely, if you've watched Michelle's channel, you see she did unbox the last subscription box that we had. So that subscription box is a bi-monthly subscription box. It is $34, $34.95 plus shipping, and you can purchase that on my website. The next box is that's available for purchase will be July 7th for new subscribers. So July 7th at 12 Eastern Standard Time. I be late sometimes, just a few minutes late, because it always want to slow up when it's time to open the website. But those boxes will be available then. It goes really quick. So if you're interested, you want to make sure you're there July 7th at 12 and just wait until they come available. And then you can also search and check out my regular website, goldenplansco.com. I have a special coupon code for you guys. It's Gemini, and you guys can get 25% off for the next 48 hours. So we're going to leave it open all of today, of course, and Tuesday and Wednesday. You'll be able to get 25% off. I stopped doing coupon codes for this year, so I don't do them often. So definitely it's a perfect time to stock up. You can get 25% off with the code Gemini for the next 48 hours. So it'll go off like, let's just say Wednesday at midnight, it'll cut off.
Okay.
And if you guys want to follow me, you can do so at Golden Plans Co on Instagram. And my Facebook group is Golden Plans Co Royalty Squad on Facebook.
Yes. And it be lit in there. Just know that. It be fun. She be having some extra things going on, like little activities and stuff we get into. So it's fun in there. I don't get a chance to like join, but I'm nosy and I be all up in there. So don't think I'm not. I watch and I pay attention and I'll be like, oh, they got this going. Oh, that's how I saw them. I was like, no, she didn't put a sale out and they ain't telling nobody. Like, you just got to tell me. In my head, I think everybody my best friend. So I'm like, why you ain't tell me so I can get my coins ready? But, here we are today. But so yeah, make sure you guys use the code Gemini and it's going to give you 25% off for the next 48 hours. Wednesday at midnight, it will go off. But on top of that, because my girl is, first of all, let me tell y'all, she has been amazing. Like, anything I've asked, she's like, yeah, girl, let's do it. I'm like, okay, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Go getters. I'm here for the heavy hitter go getters. And so I'm really thankful for you in that aspect. And because of that, she also gave us a giveaway. So we're going to be giving away $25 of shop credit to Golden Plans Co. So I don't know if y'all know. So you may not have to get a whole kit. You can get a mini kit. and then you can get all the new dolls, and you can still get it all for less than $25. And I'm here for it. So that giveaway is going to end on Friday. I'm going to do the link here in just a second. You'll probably catch the link very soon. I forgot to copy it over, so that's a whole thing. But I'll put the link down there, and it'll be up until Friday, May the 31st at 9:00 p.m. Central Time. And then I'll pick the winner, and I'll announce it on Instagram, and I'll also come back to this video and put the winner there. So just be on the lookout. In the next couple of minutes, I'll add it back on here to the Gleam. If I can do it right now, I'll try to, if we can keep talking, and try to get the competition up so you guys can enter. But let me see. But yeah, so if that's it, if you guys don't have any more questions, just make sure we support. Like, I think it's so awesome that we have people who actually care about the customers, and you have really great customer service. So I think that's been like something big about how your shop has continued to grow and how you've continued to grow because of your customer service, like your attention to detail and your quality. I mean, it's just been impeccable. And that's for me being as a consumer, as me being an influencer as well. Like, I don't get preferential treatment or anything. Like, I'm literally subscribed to her box. Like, this was not sent to me for free. This was my opinion about the box. And I wouldn't tell you guys, like, yo, y'all need to go get this box. It's amazing. Like, do y'all see her? Do y'all see her? First of all, baby got hips, okay? Okay, that's enough. Who wouldn't want to get this in the mail? Like, forget all the stuff that's in it. Like, the people at the mail, at the post office, they was like, you done got one of them cute packages again. I said, thank you, sir. And I mind my business and keep on going. But it's so cute when you get it in the mail, and I love it. So thank you so much for creating product that, like, people want to see and they are interested in. And I love the fact that it's bi-monthly. I'm excited about you introducing the monthly option as well. All my coins, girl. I really like to keep our coins in my pocket.
We got a little bit of time for the monthly. The monthly probably won't come until 2020. I'm gonna finish it this year with the bi-monthly, but that will definitely come. Okay.
So we have time to get our coins together. I'm gonna have to start another side hustle between you and Isis, Ella Jewel, between I and Lord help if I ever get in there. I got one peach palmetto, and every time I try to get one of hers, my life. So I'm struggling, but I'm hoping to add, like, I really like that you guys have these boxes. It gives us an opportunity to see what you have to offer to get into, like, your shop and stuff like that. And so I have a couple more shops that I want to try their subscription boxes. Y'all know I'm a budgeter. I got to budget this stuff in here. Just know I'm trying. If y'all see one that y'all want me to get into, just say, hey, Shell, we need you to try this. I may cancel my Simply Gilded for it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm there yet in my life, but yeah. All right, you guys. So I'll put that in there. Just hang tight really quick after the words, and you guys will get after the words. Wow. Afterwards, and you guys will get a link and all that stuff. Oh, you have one more question. Glenda asks, will you be releasing pouches as a standalone product because they are beautiful?
Yes, Glenda. That's something that's probably going to come sooner than later. In the month of June, we should have a pouch that is not a part of the box that you can purchase.
Yay. Here for it. Here for it. All right. So I think that's it, boo. Thank you again so much for doing this. I appreciate you taking the time out. I know you're finna get to work.
No problem. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yes. And thank you for just supporting the community the way that you do. It's really important. Like, I love seeing your name and your face on stuff that you're doing to support those in the community, especially those, the ones that are supporting you as well. That's big. That's big ups.
And I'll actually see you in person at your events.
I know. I'm so excited.
Coming soon.
So excited. She don't even know what she do to my soul. I'm just hoping, like, I hope she bring all the good butter paper that I could get. I really just be trying to fill on the paper. Is that creepy?
No, it's not. It's really
okay.
It's not creepy at all. Some people say they smell it.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. Yeah, that's creepy. Okay, that might be slightly creepy, but it feels good and it brings joy. So it's okay because it brings joy.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
I'll see you on the internet.
Yes, and she's there. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram. Join the Facebook group so you guys aren't behind on the sales. You can get those first dibs. And anywhere else that she is, we're going to hopefully get her on YouTube, everywhere.
We will. I'll be there.
Yes. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And we got to say KK bye, so you got to KK bye on one time.
KK bye.
Mwah! KK bye, y'all.